It's year 2 of the Jeff Grimes offensive era at BYU. We know the Cougs have given the wheel to his sophomore quarterback this season, but of course, it'll take more than Zach Wilson to score touchdowns this fall. The offensive line, they'll have to play big in the trenches. Guys like Aleva Hifo and Matt Bushman need to be playmakers on this team, and the run game must bring balance with Lopini Katoa leading the charge.
I think we showed last year that we can play with anybody when we play well, but we also showed that there's still a lot of room for growth at other moments.
Zach goes deep down the far sideline. He's got a man, and it is caught by Aleva Hifo.
Like we're capable of big things.
I expect us to score more points,
create big plays, and put up points. You know, one of those teams that are just fun to watch on TV.
Goes for the back right pylon of the end zone. He's got a touchdown to Neil Pau.
We'll be faster. We'll play with more confidence.
I think we can be one of those teams that super high tempo and just score super fast with big explosive plays.
Quite honestly, something that we need is we just need more explosive plays.
That's a backwards pass. It's a trick play. It is set up wide open into the end zone.
You don't see a lot of teams succeed and score a lot of points without some big plays.
And Katoa goes left and down the left sidelines.
The offensive line. Have you been able to see it come together the way you want it to?
I'm seeing them come together. I would stop short of saying the way that I want it to yet.
Yeah. He's got a high expectation of this offensive line, and that comes from him being, of course, an O-line coach back in the day. You know, he has a high set standard for us, and he wants us to perform the best of our ability. He puts that responsibility on our backs, knowing, you know, that we can handle it, and you know that's a good thing to have.
Last year, you know, they played pretty well, but they were that group that played pretty well for a bunch of young guys. Now they need to just go play like a really good line, and that excuse of youth is removed. If they'll do that, then our offense will take off.
Gives to Lopini. Lopini right up the middle and right into the end zone.
You got a lot of guys, but we don't know if there's a guy that can step up and be that 3-down back.
I always wanted there to be a guy who steps up and forces me to say, hey, I can't take him out until he's tired.
They run right with the Lopini Katoa and right into the end zone.
Are you ready to make a case that you're the guy that can handle that responsibility?
For sure, I think that's all of our goals. And last year was a pretty similar situation for me. I feel like nobody really knew like what was going to happen, and so it just motivated me to work harder. So that's doing the same thing this year for sure.
Looking for Simon. Makes the grab inside the Arizona 15.
From an outside perspective, we've kind of been labeled as the least productive group, and I feel like that's kind of fair. That's something that we definitely need to work on.
We have a really good receiving core. If someone emerges as a great individual player, then that'll be even better. But I really felt like throughout the spring, from day 1 to day 15, they probably had the best spring, the best performance of any position on the offense.
We lost some close games last year that literally came down to the last play or last possession of the game. And we've been talking about what it takes to finish those games, and you know, there's going to be some close games this year too, and we got to find a way to pull those out.